This is a presentation of Autolog's eSalesBI CRM, a tool designed to increase productivity and give sales management complete control over their sales team, providing them with information on each of their customers and giving them the ability to manage the routine functions of an outside salesman. Today we'll be looking at the functionality provided to the sales manager or other company administrative personnel. After logging in, the user sees the total sales and profit for the store he's logged into. Later, we'll see how to view the totals for all his stores if he has more than one. Next, we'll look at the user activity tile. This displays a list of user activity for the selected date range, which by default is the current month. Clicking on the number of visits, for example, displays a list of those visits by customer. You will now see how many visits were made to each customer during the selected time period. Clicking on the number of visits next to a customer will display the time and date of each visit and any notes taken during those visits. These visits and their notes are exportable to create a call report by salesperson. The next tile we'll look at is the user schedule. By selecting a salesperson, any schedule can be displayed by choosing a date. Now we'll look at the Search CRM by Field tile. After selecting a salesperson, a field to search, and a value for that field, customers meeting that criteria are displayed. From this screen, the user can send an email, such as an invitation to an event, a birthday greeting, or a promotion based on the field searched. Now we'll look at the Customers tile. The user is presented with an alphabetical grid to have the ability to go directly to a specific customer grouped by the first letter of their name, filtered by salesperson if desired, or he can select all to see a complete list, also optionally filtered by salesperson. He will now see his complete customer list with the assigned salesperson's name next to each customer. The next tile is Search Notes. Now the user can see notes on screen or email them, also using a salesperson and date range filter. Clicking on the number of notes next to a salesperson name will display them. The next tile is Map. After selecting a date and a salesperson, the administrator can see the scheduled appointments for that day on the map. The next tile is Settings. This is a very important area for many of the configurations in eSales. We'll discuss the 5 sections in this area. The first is Store Configuration. This is where you set the hours for the scheduler, enable the Workdays function, turn profit dollar display for salespeople on or off, enable multi-region settings for companies with groups of stores in various regions, enable the emailing of appointments for approval by the customer, set the frequency of expense reporting, and set the frequency for sending location information from the mobile device. The next section is Frequent Email Recipients. This is where a company email list is stored to be used for any of the internal email functions. Only persons on this list can be sent emails from eSales. This is also where users are designated as an administrator who receives all notes automatically every day, and where a user can also be designated to receive expense reports. The next section is Users. This is where the previous users can be eliminated from various drop-down lists inside the program. Multi-region settings is also configured here. If a company has many locations broken into regions, the administrator signed in can select a group of stores they're responsible for. Other admin users can each get their own list of stores defined by the user logged in. The final section is Expense Label Settings. The administrator can rename the 4 expense categories to suit their individual company's expense reimbursement plan. The next tile is GPS tracking. In this table, the administrator can see scheduled appointment times as well as the actual time the account was visited using GPS geofencing for reporting actual time visited. The breadcrumb feature inside GPS tracking shows a salesperson's route on a particular day. Waypoints are specified by the range set. The next tile is sales and profit. This displays sales for each store in a multi-store company and sales by salesperson. This section is useful for a company owner wishing to compare sales numbers for each of his stores. Now we'll look at workdays. This is where an administrator can see lists of customers set to visit by each salesperson. These are lists that have no set time or date, but can be tracked and worked on until each workday is complete. These lists are uploadable from an Excel spreadsheet and are easily managed. When a day is complete, the day number turns green, signifying it's complete. The following tile is search expenses. The person in charge of reimbursing approved expenses can go here and search by salesperson and date, and then email himself those reported expenses. The final tile is View Changed Records. As salespeople add information to the About Customer section in their app, such as owner and employee names, hobbies, birthdays, etc., a file is created to be used to monitor this activity. Using this, an administrator can see if salespeople are maintaining the information for each customer. This can also be exported to show emails that have been added for use in third-party applications, such as email clients used for marketing. This has been an overview of the administrator functions in eSalesBI. For more information or an individual demo, please call the Autolog sales team at 800-722-1113. Thank you.